What happens when a live television moment spirals into something no one expected? In this video, we are going to dive deep into a dramatic, cinematic, emotionally charged recreation of a shocking on-air clash. A moment that begins as a routine interview and detonates into a confrontation so raw, so unpredictable, that even the control room froze. The cameras roll, the lights burn at full studio intensity, and the room is holding its breath. David Muir walks onto the set with that familiar measured calm. The calm of someone who has spent years holding disasters, scandals, and breaking news together with nothing but composure. His steps are even, expression controlled, posture aligned with the brand of a man who can handle absolutely anything that lands on his desk. But today isn't news. Today is a storm. Across from him sits Karoline Leavitt, young, sharp-tongued, newly polished for prime television, but carrying a tension behind her eyes that the cameras haven't caught yet. Her fingers drum lightly on the arm of her chair, not from nerves, but from something far more electric, something brewing. The floor manager counts down, fingers dropping with surgical precision. 3, 2, 1. Good evening, David begins, tone soft, concise, perfectly framed for prime time. Tonight we're joined by Karoline Leavitt, communications strategist and, she interrupts, clean, direct, a slice through scripted calm. David, we don't need the intro. Her smile is tight, rehearsed. Your audience knows who I am. The control room tightens immediately, a ripple of bodies leaning closer to their monitors. David absorbs it with a slight blink, the kind that only people who know him well would interpret as annoyance. Well, he answers, some people appreciate context. I think your viewers appreciate honesty more. A beat, a silence charged enough to feel physical. David continues, then let's be honest. There's been controversy. There's been distortion, she cuts in again, voice harsher this time. And most of it came from your network. The air changes, not gradually, instantly, like someone unscrewed the valve and let pressure flood the room. Karoline, David says calmly, we're here to talk about your statements. No! Her tone snaps like a whip. We're here because you've spent weeks framing me as something I'm not. You've dragged my credibility through headlines written for outrage clicks. David's jaw flexes. Tiny, subtle, but very real. We reported what you said, on camera, in your own words, and twisted them, she fires back. Your producers cherry-picked. I saw the raw footage, David interjects for the first time, voice cutting sharper than before. Nothing was altered. Her eyes flash, not with shock, but with challenge. Oh, really? Then play it. David shakes his head softly. This isn't a debate show. We're not here to. This is live, isn't it? She pushes. So let's give them the truth live. He shifts his weight, still controlled, but the anchor mask has slipped by a millimeter. We have a schedule, Karoline. What you have, she counters, leaning forward, is a narrative you don't want interrupted. For the first time, David doesn't answer right away. The pause stretches, feels like it's tightening around the two of them. The control room whispers burst through headsets. Is she serious? She's pushing him. Keep rolling, do not cut. David finally responds, voice low. If you're implying I lack journalistic integrity, I'm not implying it, she snaps. I'm saying it. Gasps ripple off camera. David's eyes lift fully to hers, unflinching. Be careful, Karoline. Words have power. And you weaponize them, she fires back. Every night, behind that calm voice and carefully practiced neutrality, you decide which stories matter, which voices get silenced, and who gets painted as the villain. He inhales sharply through his nose. It's tiny, but the audience at home feels it. It's the inhale of someone trying to stay professional while a fuse burns dangerously close to its end. Let's stay on topic, he says tightly. You mean your topic. My topic, he says, is the truth. Her laugh is short, cold, incredulous. David, you don't report the truth. You report the version that's safe. He opens his mouth, then closes it. A rare moment where words don't come instantly. Karoline smells the shift, smiles. She has stepped on a nerve. Tell me something, she says, voice softer but far more dangerous. Do you ever get tired of pretending? This whole anchor persona, the gravitas, the voice, the stoic expression, does it ever feel fake to you? He stiffens. Are you here to debate policy or insult me? I'm here, she says slowly, to expose hypocrisy. If the shoe fits... David leans forward now, matching her posture, matching her intensity. You're deflecting. The questions we prepared... I threw your questions out the moment I walked in. Her tone is icy. Your producers handed me a script, David. A script designed to corner me. You wanted a viral soundbite. You wanted to make me look reckless. And you're doing a good job of that yourself, he replies. A visible crack. The first real display of sharpness from him. Ah, she breathes. There he is. Excuse me? The real you, not the polite, measured anchor. The one who gets irritated when someone doesn't play along. I'm not irritated, he says calmly. You're furious, she counters. Quietly furious. It's written all over your face. Another shift in the room, like gravity thickening. David's voice tightens. I'm maintaining professionalism. No, she says, leaning even closer. You're losing it. He straightens his notes, not because he needs them, but because he needs something to anchor his hands. Let's continue. No, she repeats, echoing his earlier tone mockingly. Let's be honest. He looks up sharply. You're not used to being challenged on your own show, she says. You're not used to someone sitting across from you and saying, you're wrong, and you especially can't handle it when it's someone younger, someone you underestimated. You're projecting, he replies. Am I? David's voice lowers, almost dangerous. You're trying to provoke a reaction. And you're trying very, very hard not to react. Something flickers across his face. Not anger. Something more complicated. A loss of balance. She catches it instantly. There, she whispers. That moment. That break. That's what America doesn't see. Karoline, you want honesty? She interrupts. Fine. You manipulate stories. You manipulate tone. You manipulate emotion. You craft narratives like you're sculpting clay, and you expect the rest of us to sit quietly and let you carve us into whatever fits the headline. David's patience fractures with a single breath. But you manipulate people. You rally them with half-truths. You provoke anger to gain relevance. Her jaw tightens. At least I don't pretend to be neutral. And at least, he counters, I don't pretend to be a victim. That hits, hard, unexpected. Her lips part, not in shock, but in pure, simmering fury. You think I'm here for sympathy? She spits. I think you're here for spectacle. And I think you miss the days when no one talked back. David folds his hands. A gesture meant to look composed, but his knuckles,